Hello and welcome back to the Longevity Caucus. I have a simple question. What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word aging? Take a moment to reflect on that. Or let me just repeat. What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word aging? Let's take a break and then listen to this. Franca looked into her mirror one random day. She tilted her head, examining her reflection. There were lines on her face she swore weren't there before. Her once vibrant hair now had streaks of gray, and her skin felt different. She sighed. What's happening to me? Where did my beauty days go? Is this what they call aging? Now, Franca's question is one we've all asked, or at least would ask at some point in time. But what is aging really? Is it just the wrinkles, the gray hair, or there is more happening beneath the surface? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. This is the Longevity Caucus and we explore everything regarding aging. Today, we will explore the science, the myth, and the surprising theory about aging. And we're going to talk about three different types of aging that a lot of leading gerontologists have described. So to answer the basic question, well, now let's just ask ourselves this question again. What is aging? Is it the changing of the hair color to gray, the appearance of wrinkles, or the constant visit to the doctor, which I know majority of us would associate this with. So to answer this question, we have to understand that aging is a process. Yes, aging is a process. But it is not just limited to being a process, but it's also an experience, because there are various types of aging that everyone experiences or at least would experience in their entire life. And it even starts long before you notice. Or pretty much when you are in your youth, you barely think about, what aging really is. But as time goes on, every tick of the clock biologically adds a second to our age. But there are more. There is a psychological part as well as the social part. So now diving deep into this, biologically, what happens is that your cells, are dividing and then your DNA is wearing off. Don't let this scare you. This is the normal, this is, some processes that goes on deep within our body that we cannot see, right? We cannot see. And this would be explored much more later. So that is the biological agent, which a lot of people, associate that's with the number of which a lot of people which a lot of people associate with what is really actually going on in our system. And then we have the chronological age, which obviously is the age at which you are. So that is another type of aging that a lot of people or leading gerontologists do talk about. And then there is a psychological aspect of aging. The psychological aging, this is about adapting to life transitions, as we earlier described. Aging is not just a process, but it's also an experience into life transitions. And then socially, well, when we talk about social aging, right, this is culturally different because do you know there are cultures that views aging as a curse, and then there are others that views aging, as blessings, right? So talking much about aging, right? Although I know you may have found that there are several, categories that people may have used to define what aging really is. But to cut everything short, aging, you have to understand that aging is a process as well as an experience. And regardless of how we define it, the end goal is that at some point in time, there is going to be some decline in our ability to do a lot of things. And while others might start at an early age, others would be, would happen later on. And so this comes with a lot of different things, such as going through life experiences, that a lot of people have developed resistance with a lot of other things, right? And so this is basically what we talk about today. And then we would be exploring more about what chronological age really means, what biological age really means, what psychological age really means, and then what social age actually means. And this would be an episode where we really dive into how different cultures relate to aging or how they define aging. And so I want to leave you thinking about this once more. What really is aging? Is it just the chronological, aging, like accumulation of just the age, as the days goes by or the years goes by, you keep celebrating your birthdays, and then until a point one day, we never have that anymore. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and then share. Yes, so we ask again, what does aging really mean? In whatever discipline you are in or wherever you're listening to me from, and however you define aging, I know and believe that we all have this whatever definition that we associate with aging. There is one common goal that we need to take care of. That everyone is aging. However, you define that, right? Everyone is aging. And this is a very big issue because a lot of us think that this later stages, that we define ages, depending on where you are, where in the US, for instance, it's associated with people age 65 years and above, and then in other countries where this would be 60 or lesser. However you define aging or whatever social construct you define aging with, with respect to your demographic or your cultural environment, we have to really pause and think about this once more, right? And then now that the World Health Organization have stated that there a lot of people are now increasing or getting into the older adult stage much more than the younger generation. It means that there is a cause for action for everybody to take part of. To answer this, I would say that aging. Um, to answer this, I would really say um, aging is a process. It's a process of accumulating life's experiences and as well as living it. And then, to really answer this, I would say aging is a process of accumulating changes over time. So yes, that is what I would define aging as. And regardless of how you define it, how your discipline defines it, this is how I define it, right? And then, there are a lot of gerontologists who have categorized aging into different parts. And then some use, the chronological age, which is just the age that you are, and then the biological aging, which is usually the changes that occurs in our faces, the outward experiences that we look at, the gray hair, the wrinkles, the joint pains, and the other things that we see physically and associate with. Right. And some that is the biological part, that's usually like manifest, physically for us to see. And then there is the aspect of social aging, right? And this is culturally dynamic. What I mean by culturally dynamic, it means that when you talk about aging, for somebody in a West African country, let me use Ghana for instance, how we see aging or the people we categorize as older people are different from or would be different from what the American classifies as an older person, right? And then this also could be different from what the other Asian countries would also define aging as. So this is different, right? And then every culture has different associations, that they attach to what aging really means. But the baseline here is that everyone is aging immediately or at the point where every time that this clock ticks, it means that there is a second being added to your life. And whether it's been social or chronological, as with respect to the clock, we are aging, and it means that we have to be able to take actions, to be able to prepare for the future. And this is why the longevity caucus is here, to give you evidence-based practices that are culturally sensitive, and then backed by scientific knowledge to make sure that we all are able to navigate through the aging world together. Join me by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Please share, comment for whatever thing you would like to know about aging. Just drop that in the comment section, and then we would create content based on that from our expertise, and then we would be able to give the best out. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and then share the content, and then this would help us being able to create more content. Stay safe, and I'll see you on a different episode. Bye bye.
kick.